Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to today's Nilecast on Westnile Television. Today happened to be 22nd of May 2023. My name is Dennis Oringi. Before we dive into the stories that we prepared for you this evening, let us first have the headlines.
In the headlines tonight, the curate of Idiofe Cathedral Parish, Arua Diocese, is dead. Rescuers survive a boat accident, recover body of drowned policeman in Obonge. And parish development model beneficiaries spend nights on Bale streets. These and more in today's Nilecast.
Now the news in details. Arua Diocese has been robbed of yet another young and energetic priest. The clergy and Christians of Arua Catholic Diocese were shocked this morning by the news breaking about the loss of Reverend Father Kizito Yandu, the curate of Idiofe Cathedral Parish, who passed on in Kampala. In an official announcement by Bishop Ordinary of Arua Diocese, Sabino Shano Doki, Father Kizito died this morning while receiving treatment from a Kampala hospital. Ordained in July 2016, Father Kizito Yandu served as the diocesan youth chaplain of Arua Catholic Diocese and since been the curate of Idiofe Cathedral Parish till his demise. Reverend Father Kizito Yandu, who has barely served 7 years of priesthood, hails from Oriagini Parish, Arua Catholic Diocese, and has been the director of Uganda Catholics Online. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Fuel tanker registration number SSD 149Q destined to Democratic Republic of Congo overturned in a walk in Nebi district. And later on, the locals had running battles with the security personnel deployed to guard the fuel tanker that overturned, with the locals armed with jerrycans, basins, collecting fuel that was pouring on ground. Let's have more on this story.
Fuel tanker registration number SSD 149Q destined to Democratic Republic of Congo overturned in a Gwok trading center, Go Down Village, Paduot Sub-County, Nebi District, destroying diesel worth millions of shillings over the weekend. The area council one chairperson, Go Down Village, David Onyai, narrates that the incident happened in the wee hour of Saturday morning. He said he was notified by one of the village members about the incident. He attributes the accident to overspeeding of the truck as part of the road in Agwok is fully tarmacked.
Mapura beri pacha wiju kari podo trailer. Sama trailer ini podo si abino. Kini misa wachel ko pe. Orwango debe podo ko de ni. Dano gibe jolo mo oi come ngeny. Mo be oi be mo be chido dano gine ni be nyotre manano. Giba gi jolo. Driver arwang gipe. Ni kuru gine kani pura ngeo go ka pe arwang kani.
Another eyewitness who remained anonymous to media said a team of officers from Agwok police post rushed to the scene of accident for protection of fuel as some residents were already scrambling for fuel. He accused the police officers who were at the scene for conniving with some locals to get access to the fuel tanker. He added that some of the locals paid shillings at 20,000 to 30,000 to the police so that they can be allowed to drain the fuel.
Sabe do police go be dan pata jalo mo soa sala magbe jalo de enemy benana ko wengiri police ga mutush chakuri amudano ngiri amudano police ga mjaka mak sente ade mako sente imbato ni chat police tira ra ko wona ida police tira de ma ishidu ni sente jo ni mako chakuri amudano ngiri ka nya gadin mo ko be binu ngiri amudano ngiri ka woni do dana pol sente lengi kom police en kirima ko do wish ko do ntie tek mbak dampu sente do ntie tek do ngeyongo moje be jolo chala independent ko wengi committee le ko wa shen utieno dengo ne jumu kende be jwato jumu kende be riemo en jumu kende be jolo no en jumu mi sende ja police mako dio en wa ma e jol ti ki mer mi ti kingi ento ke abti maleng ento police mo ti kula mara chakandi ento that brown guy abti maleng akasha o marke mo pare pe kolen pasende de ento jumu ti ko sende mo do be shinje be mako sende gambi swala ci to kamene ti pare just kamene.
Meanwhile, one of the police officers who was at the scene refuted the claim, saying that they didn't allow anyone to access the fuel tanker. Emmanuel Orombi, the LC5 chairperson, Nebi District, who was among the first people to respond, has faulted the contractor for not setting up a warning sign about changing surface of the road under construction. Efforts to get comments from the driver proved futile as they were rushed to Nebi General Hospital for treatment. Dennis Oringi, Westnile TV, Nilecast.
In Arua City, Manibe United Group, a local community-based organization in the city, has intervened in improving sanitation and hygiene in urban centers located in Arua City. This comes after IF Division failing to provide garbage skips and ensuring management of the markets. Frederick Dramadri reports more on this story.
Manibe United Group, a community-based organization in Arua City, has extended sanitation and hygiene activities in a road trading center, one of the satellite urban centers in Arua City's rural IF division. In this corporate social responsibility, which is done once on an annual basis, the community-based organization contacted community sensitizations on the importance of keeping surrounding clean, formed the health monitoring committee for the market to ensure proper hygiene, on top of the cleanness in other business centers, health facilities, and places of worship within the city. In Sikuru Beatrice, the Secretary General Road Trading Center confirms that the situation in the busiest market has turned worse, with several unhygienic activities taking place within the market.
People are slaughtering this pig here in market. The abattoir is just within our market, and we have seen here. By the time when it is now raining like this, the smelling is now threatening us here in the market. Then second, the dustbin. Those people in the municipality, they cannot come and collect for us the dust, the rubbish. This rubbish, even at times you can smell. Really, we are suffering here in the market. And the third one, here in the market, those villages within here, they are grazing for us here. This one, pigs, goats, even these cows, they are grazing here in the market.
Among the challenges that the entire trading center is grappling with include poor garbage management, slaughterhouse, fencing of the market, and sanitary facilities, which tend to expose the population to infectious diseases. Ejuafena has a clinical officer by profession, and the General Secretary Manibe United Group says the activities are aimed at ensuring a healthy, productive community to eradicate poverty.
Soft pits, and then these are the things that we do for the community, so that we see to it that infectious diseases like cholera, even if the environment is bussy, it harbors mosquitoes. Even these bottles, when it rains, it accumulates water, and it also harbors mosquitoes of health. If you see there are many clinics in an area, that means the area has a problem. And health-wise, there is an initiative to be taken up in order to eliminate some of the challenges that are causing people to go to curative side than preventing.
Records from Cyprus Medical Center that serves the communities within the business center indicate that over 400 people were treated from malaria, out of which 156 had drug-resistant cases within the month of April this year. As Ziku Mark, the local council one chairperson of Yabie Vocal Cell, says cases of malaria in his cell are alarming and encourages the community members to learn from this gesture by Manibe United Group.
Malaria is now a big challenge in our cell.
However, the area councillor representing Ive North to Arua City, Godfrey Ankoyo, urged the Arua City Council to prioritize purchasing skips to address the waste management challenge in the markets, and task Ive Division to consider fencing the market to realize revenue as well as ensure cleanness in these business centers.
22-2023 budget, we allocated garbage fee of 5,000 per every business person. If you're operating a business here and in that license you're paying is 5,000 for garbage. So it means it's the mandate of IVU division to use that money to collect garbage in every business premise. And you can see that is a bit impossible because one, people don't have where to collect this garbage in central place. They keep dumping them in their various
World Bank estimated that urban centers contributed to 2.24 billion tons of solid waste, amounting from a footprint of 0.79 kilograms per person per day, and anticipates that now with the rapid population growth and urbanization, this is expected to increase by 73% to 3.88 billion tons in 2050.
To Moyo District, the road condition in Moyo District local government has been improved through the Development Initiative for Northern Uganda and the Infrastructure Component, one of the three components of a government project funded by the European Union and implemented by United Nations Capital Development Fund. Emmanuel Agele reports more on this story.
The rehabilitation of district and community access roads in Moyo District is under the Transport Infrastructure Component, covering a total road network of 143.46 kilometers, which is divided into 3 lots, where Lot 1 covers 42.7 kilometers, mainly in Obongi, Lot 2 stretching up to 54.61 kilometers, and Lot 3 elongating to 46.16 kilometers. The resident district commissioner of Moyo District, Goro Goffin, stated that, despite many challenges, he is convinced that the new contractor will do a good job, and he has applauded the district for protecting the resources.
I want to say that these roads under DIN, yes, they have been problematic, especially the Lot 1, which road falls between Moyo and Obongi. And then I was the RDC of Obongi. We really went through a lot of difficulties with that contractor. I'm glad finally that contract was terminated. So I look forward to seeing that the new contractor who will come on site will be able to do a good job. And I also want to thank the district for making sure that the monies are not lost. Yeah, because otherwise that man would have gone with money and would be chasing. So the fact that that was managed and government has not lost money, the money is still intact. Even if we wasted our time, we can now work within the remaining time, but the funds are still available to do the job. I think that is validity now.
He has further called upon the technical team to do what is required within the shortest period of time to complete the remaining works.
All I'm asking the CAO and his team to do is that now we have very short time. Everything should be done within this time. You just have 1 month for procurement and 4 months for the real work to be done. So nobody should lag behind. Let the procurement team work really tirelessly and do the right thing. This also is not a ticket to do something which is, they should do the right thing, but in the shortest time. I think when that is done, we'll get that road fixed. We'll get that road fixed. I also want to appreciate, I have been on these roads. Lot 3, I think, yes, it went through difficulties, but I'm glad that the work, I can say, is a good work. The man has opened roads where it was difficult. At least now, there's no more community complaint I'm receiving from the work being done.
During the monitoring of the DINU projects, the Minister of State for Northern Uganda, Honorable Queen Grace Freedom, who was in a company of the district and the United Nations Capital Development Fund officials, made a stopover at Iluru Palorinya 17.5 kilometer road to see the work done, and she gives her findings and observations.
First of all, I think the work has progressed well. We have seen the first road, which is completed to 100%, but we think that there are certain areas which need to be rescued. There are erosion at the side of the roads which need to be protected right away, and that is very important. Now that the district told us they had completed, we would like the district to take that up maybe discuss it with UNCDF if there is any balances of money before they are handed, which is handed over. Those gutters which are being eroded should be corrected immediately. But the most important thing is that the districts now should take it upon themselves to budget for maintenance. Many times that one is missed out. They should budget for maintenance so that the roads are sustained. I've also seen this other road where there was some work done and the contractor has been terminated. The district together with UNCDF should ensure that a new contractor is brought on board immediately so that work is completed by September, because DINU is closing the program. It will be good for us to complete it within this time which has been planned for. Otherwise, we shall not have money to complete the work. So that is the biggest challenge there, and it should be done well as well.
DINU is a Government of Uganda program funded by the European Union, overseen by the Office of the Prime Minister, with designated components implemented by United Nations Capital Development Fund in partnership with the targeted districts' local governments. Emmanuel Agele, Westnile TV Nilecast.
To end our Nilecast this evening, Pastor King Waha of Revival Worship Center Church in Gulu City is cautioning men not to marry lazy women who spend most of their time in church praying for rich men to marry them, instead looking for what to do to better their life. Let's have more from Stephen Okello, who is in Gulu.
While addressing a youth gathering at Pentecostal Assembly of God Church in Gulu City, Pastor Peter Kingwa cautioned men to consider hard-working women when looking for their partners. Pastor King also rebuked Christians to stop expecting tangible blessing from God, because God does not bless an empty hand.
God is coming to bless the hand that has produced something. So those ideologies of people thinking God will provide, yes, He will do, but He must find you doing something. There is no way you will tell me that even if I sit in the church the whole day, then God is coming to pour out for me things. You're a beggar. You become a beggar, and you lose the meaning of what God has deposited in us.
This came weeks after the Minister of State for Northern Uganda, Grace Freedom Kuyuchwin, told church leaders to help government in developing Northern Uganda by encouraging the youth in the church to work.
Those of you who have access to opening large-scale farms, please do it. Those of you who can use the smaller scale, like the government is preaching about the parish development model, do it. Let there be no hunger in your home. And let it not only be food for your home, but let it also be food you can sell.
One of the youth in the church says poor doctrine from most of the pastors in most churches has kept many people in the Pentecostal churches in bondage of looking for foreign donations.
The reason why most of the African churches, they are depending on foreign donation, number one is because most of the African people, the entire Africans, they are not believing in themselves. So they more believe in the whites more than themselves.
Pastor Julius Odiak says, even God worked for 6 days before resting on Sunday. Then who are we not to work for our own good?
One, seek the face of God in truth, pray. And number two, work. After you finish prayer, get up and go to work. After you finish listening to the messages, get up and go to work. Begin to listen to things that will elevate your spirit to loving God and understanding God. Listen to true messages of God. And when you listen to such messages, get up and go and practice them. You need to work.
Following the public criticism on the amount of time spent by youth in the Pentecostal churches, few pastors has come out to openly encourage their members to work hard for their livelihood. Stephen Okello for Westnile Television, Nilecast.
Dear viewer, with that we have come to the end of our Nilecast this evening. Thank you very much for being with us up to this particular time. We do appreciate you. Continue watching Western Television. Other programs will be following suit immediately after here. And do not forget, tomorrow catch me again for the Kokoliriko show early in the morning, as we'll be making repeats of some of the stories that you have been able to miss, or maybe you want to get to understand more. And that will be tomorrow early in the morning. Have the best of your night. Good night.